feel the need to re-narrate my battles most of the time now. Okay, so, this is battle against Alvarowned. He's going to leave with his Meganium. I'm going to leave with my Haxorus. I almost tripped there for a minute. So, Haxorus is going to be doing a jig, trying to figure out how to cut down this tree. And really, there's not much of a way you can cut down a Meganium unless you can hit it pretty hard, but I'm going to go out to my noob cat because ever since Espeon came out, people have been using it, and it's just like, yeah, such a newbie Pokemon, really. It's just like, if you can't keep Stealth Rocks off the field, you may as well just use a Rapid Spinner or something. I mean, really, Espeon is just so predictable and noobish, but I decided to use it for this team because, well, I'll explain later. Noob Cat is going to give up a reflection and say, man, you're so outraged, just take a look at yourself. Look what you have done to your life. So I'm going to Psyshock now because that's the only thing I can really do to this Meganium. And I really don't face Meganium that often, but I know they're fairly bulky, so I really don't know exactly what kind of defensive spread this thing is running, if it's running any at all. But, Outrage, I'm not really too whatever about that, because it's not like it's a terrible move to have, because I've seen other Pokemon run it before, but I really wouldn't choose to put that on my Meganium, but whatever. To each their own. Gonna bring back out my Haxorus. Break the mold. Don't know why I'm breaking mold, but if you can't break a tree named Meganium, you can break mold, of course. So now he's gonna bring out his Scrafty. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Scrafty. Scraggy is the little one. And I'm going to Outrage because I feel like that should do a lot of damage, and if he wants to try and set up, it should probably 2-hit KO before he can actually do anything to regain any health. But he decides to go back to his Meganium for fodder, I guess, and outrages quite a bit. So probably could have gone for Dragon Claw and gotten the same result, but I felt like Outrage would be better because Scrafty can be quite bulky. Not that that's important or anything. So, after outraging, my mirror is going to break, because, you know, Haxorus broke it. And now I'm just going to have to wait for him to actually decide what he's going to do. He brings out his Heatran now, which seems kind of obvious of a switch. I don't know why he didn't go out in the first place. I guess maybe he was thinking I would go for Earthquake and went to Meganium, or thought I would do something else. So I'm going to go out to my Venomoth, knowing he's probably not going to go for the fire move, and he doesn't know I'm Scarfed yet, but I think that clued him in. He gets a crit, which sucks, but it happens. I'm going to hopefully hit the Sleep Powder and put this thing to sleep, because, as you will see, there's a reason to this team. So when Heatran goes to sleep, he sleeps with his eyes open because he is actually a duck, and we all know that the geese and ducks do that when they are the head of the flock. Is that what they're called? I don't even care. They're such annoying animals, and they want to be. So, going to Quiver Dance, and I'm not going to be greedy because I have a feeling he is going to wake up, and you'll never guess what he does. So I'm going to now Baton Pass out to my Heatmore, which, this was a challenge, essentially, and I was like, challenge accepted, because somebody was like, well, I'd like to see you do better, because of NBZ's video where I feel like he over-exaggerated how much his Heatmore did to the opponent, when really, I mean, yeah, it's impressive to get a few kills with this thing, but then again, it's impressive to get kills with anything, really. I mean, especially when they're at 2 HP, but I'm not exactly going to be complaining about that or saying much more about that. So, Focus Blast is going to crit just because it can. That's really just what it does. If it doesn't hit, then it hits, and then it just crits, and then it gets all sorts of other hacks when it's not missing. So now he's going to bring out his Milotic, Milotiku, and is going to proceed to go for various types of moves. I thought about switching, but I didn't want to because really I felt like Heatmore wasn't going to be doing much more. But he decides to go for Hydro Pump and miss as iTunes comes up and conveniently blocks that truth. And now I'm going to be able to finish him off with another Hidden Power Electric, which I was honestly surprised about, because how many times can you say that my fire type with only +1 in special attack managed to take down a Milotic? But I'm not going to sit here on my high horse or my high goat and act like it is the highlight of this video, because honestly that just gets people's hopes up, and when you try to do something like that, I mean, it's just like Duke Nukem Forever. The game waited so long to come out, and people were so hyped for it, and then when it comes out, people were just like, I thought it was going to be better. So now that Extreme Speed has a higher speed bracket, he's going to be able to kill me off before I can Sucker Punch him with Bubba. Bubba, the big mouth bass. No, wait, that's not Bubba, that's Billy. And he's definitely not a bass, he's a dog. So, going to bring back out my Hexorus, and since I'm scarfed, I figure that I can get something accomplished at the very least. I figure it's not really like I have much else I can go to for this thing, because really my offensive prowess in this team was Heatmore and like a few other guys that I have just in case I can't get anything done with Heatmore, because this team was literally thrown together within a few minutes of thinking. So now he's going to bring out Greg. Greg the Gregarious Galvantula. Alliteration. Anywho, I would like to continue breaking the mold, but I'm not exactly sure how to break this particular spider mold. Spider mold is very hard to get rid of, really. It just causes so many problems with people that are allergic to it as well. He's going to Thunder and kill me off, and that kind of clues me in after I switch into Jirachi, figuring I can take a Thunder better than Haxorus, because Haxorus isn't exactly known for its awesome bulkiness. And since all Jirachis are specially defensive, mine is as well, he's going to Thunder, and it's going to do a heck of a lot, which honestly surprised me, and he also gets the Paralyze just to make the fact of the matter even better. As I go for Body Slam, trying to get my own Paralyze, or just trying to kill it, or trying to catch something on the switch, but I don't. And since that did a lot, I know he's spexed, because really, especially defensive Jirachi, taking that much damage from a special attack from Galvantula clues you in very well. So he's going to bring back out his Scrafty. Scrafty is going to sit there, not having to pull up its pants anymore, so it has more time to invest in attack and actually go for the drain punches, unlike its younger brother, Scraggy, who is still unable to afford a belt or have a large hip size to keep his pants up. So I'm going to keep going for Body Slams as a misclick, because misclicking is kind of the best thing you can do in this game. Sometimes it can be epic misclicks, and sometimes it can be tragic misclicks. Which, more than less, it's usually tragic misclicks. I'm going to Ironhead, and since I generally have no luck at all in this game when it comes to Pokemon that are built to hacks, I'm going to keep going for Ironhead and keep not getting flinches, for that is my lot in life, to just get screwed over by everything in this metagame, and pretty much Pokemon in general, because every time I play these games, bad things happen to me no matter what it is. If I do a Nuzlocke, a million things get critted. If I do battles and I try to get for hacks, I don't get none. I don't get none. Hooray for the non-English lesson of today. So, anywho, I'm going to just continue trying to get some flinch hacks, because Jirachi supposedly has Serene Grace, which supposedly doubles the chances of moves doing whatever they're supposed to do. But since I am strange, I don't get that kind of thing. He's going to get a Moxie boost, which I'm used to the Scrafties with Bulk Up having Shed Skin, but whatever. Going to go out to Crits Craig now, and I can't really heal him, but I can definitely go for the kill, and that was Doctor-Assisted Homicide. Anyways, that was a pretty good game, Alvarowned, whatever your name is, Alvarowned even, and remember to do whatever it is you do. Remember to take showers with frequency, or at least bathe every once in a while, because it tends to be nice for people around you. If you would like to leave a like, go ahead. If you would like to leave a dislike, please do so. And if you would like to leave a comment, please do so, because comments will help me get videos out faster, because that's just my motive. You know, it's just like in murders. If you don't have a motive, then why are you going to keep going for them? Why would you kill people without having a motive? Although, why would you kill people in general unless you really want to go to jail, because you're probably going to get caught. I do not need to be talking this type of thing, because it's probably going to cause people to do stuff, and I don't want to be in trouble for that. So, disregard everything I said except for the bathing and the commenting and the liking and the disliking.